Think you crazy, say you hate me. Sean play crazy like why you hate me. You pray for better is what you asking for. I give you better than what you asking for. Tired of the
Well, hello, and welcome to Barbershop.talk podcast. This is the podcast where our topics are determined by the conversation that goes on in the barbershop on Saturday. Now, we're located in Out the Way Studio here in Indianapolis, Indiana. But I'm not here alone. I'm here with my co-host, and that is KC.
Thank you, J-Rod. It is a pleasure to co-host Barbershop.talk podcast here in Out the Way Studios. And like J-Rod said, if it comes up on Saturday, it goes down on this podcast. 100 days in, what are his accomplishments? Weakening government institutions, isolating the U.S. from its allies, threatening the judicial system into compliance, controlling what the media can and cannot say. In other words, setting the foundation for authoritative rule. This is the Project 2025 plan. It's time for all Americans. White, black, Latino, Asian, Catholic, Protestant, Jews, Gentiles, atheists, straight, gay, Republicans, Democrats, Independents, all Americans to come together against the greatest threat to our democracy since World War II. Because for all our different labels that we use for ourselves and others, we are all Americans.
If you're doing better, then
it's this democracy that allows us to have these labels and freedom.
For the right one,
if he can do this much damage in 100 days,
look around.
Imagine the damage we can do for a year if we don't act.
Man, I got to say, Casey, what have gotten into you? I mean, that was spot on.
I had to get a little something on my chest, J-Rod.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, but at the same time, I got to put a little something on my chest.
Oh, what you got on your chest?
All the cases, man. They won their round one series in the playoffs, and it was an exciting series, especially the way that last game ended up.
It was very exciting. You know, they ended in overtime.
Yeah.
You know, and I thought they was going to lose in overtime, and I thought they was going to lose in
regulation.
Then
and probable win. Down by 7 with 40 seconds to go, and you pull out the win in overtime.
That's right.
Yeah.
So keep it up, Pacers.
Yeah.
Now, before I move on, Casey, I got to say that the Murph Family Reunion fundraising and skating party, it was fantastic.
Yeah.
And I would like to thank our listeners for coming and supporting the event. And like I said, it is a fundraiser, so we do appreciate the donation. We just took a couple of snippets there. That's one of the skaters there. That's one of the members of the Murph family. You know, he's so happy to be there. He was just beside himself. I mean, he was beside himself.
He was beside himself.
That's right, by himself.
Everybody else was
Now you see it. Now we got these two people sitting down, but you see they got their skates on here at the bottom here.
Yeah.
Because they was rollers.
Yeah.
They was rollers. I mean, back in the day, I bet they spend day and night at the skating ring. But nevertheless, Casey, I'm just going to have to go ahead and move on with our show here. But I do have to say thanks again to the people who attended the Murph Family Reunion fundraiser.
Yeah.
You know, now I'm going to go ahead and bring this topic up. It's a sore topic for a lot of folks because a lot of our customers and clients request that we have specials.
Yeah.
Like it's supposed to benefit them, like bring down the price or something like that.
Right.
Now, you don't expect specials, do you, AC?
Well, it depends.
Yeah, okay. Wow, okay.
Sometimes circumstances. Yeah.
I was curious. I'm afraid to ask what it depends on. It depends if you got to stretch that dollar a little bit more.
Yeah. It was a rough week, Jay. Right?
Okay. Well, we take this clip from this. It's a salon salon, right? It's not a barbershop, but a guy come in to get his hair cut, and of course, they advise him that there's a special.
Oh, that's good. I learned something.
Well, you might check this one out. It's pretty good.
Thanks for the haircut. How much I owe you today?
$50. Oh, wait. Today we have a 50% off promotion for handsome people.
Oh, great. I'm looking for... Oh, it's still $50.
Yep, $50.
Oh, thanks.
That's a special, KP.
You got something special back for me with that one, J-Rod.
You know, I have to admit, if there was those type of specials, I don't know if I get that special either. I just don't know. I just don't know. All right. Now, we did make a promise to our listeners.
Mm-hmm.
We did.
We did.
Because we said we're going to educate our listeners, because we promote educate yourself.
Yeah.
And so we started this series on all our podcasts, the
Word of the day.
Word of the Day.
Yeah.
And I think, matter of fact, this is something you came up with, Casey, Word of the Day.
Mm-hmm.
This is your baby.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see what this baby's all about.
The word of the day is barbiturates. Pills you have to take in order to deal with a bitch. Barbiturates.
I take some of them before work every day.
The word
I think that's a must. I'm gonna have a big old bag full of pills since I gotta deal with those suckers every single day.
Now, we really don't support illegal drugs.
I don't think that's illegal, man. That may be a prescription. That's a major
There's an
problem.
awful lot of different prescription pills. I don't know if doctors subscribe you all, that one person all those pills, but
Well, I think there was a pill per bitch. I don't know.
unless your name is Earth Saving.
Oh, here we go. Oh my goodness.
All right.
All right. Now, have you got a call from Walmart yet? Yeah,
They
Walmart.
calling people?
Yes, Walmart is calling folks.
That was a long time ago when I put that application in, J.
No,
Rob.
oh, it's not for a job, Casey.
Oh.
It's not for a job. No, they're actually calling folks, and you really got to hear it
Okay.
because it is fantastic. I think they should keep doing it.
Yeah.
I have no problem with it. The only issue I have with it is just certain types of Walmart.
Yeah.
Yeah, because really it's the Walmart in the hood.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe that's good because the hood Walmarts are adding an extra feature, reaching out to their community. I think I like that.
Okay, you like that idea? All right, well, let's check out this call.
Hello? Hey, what up, Rob? What is this? This Walmart. Walmart? Did you get your income tax yet? Income tax yet? Hey, you gonna stop by when you get your taxes, right? Well, you know we straight on them TVs. Straight on TVs. We good, bro. Hold on, man. This must be the Walmart on 95th, man. Y'all ghetto as hell, man. Y'all gotta be the only store, man, in the hood that's gonna call me and ask me that I get my income tax. With nice TV. Man, I'm not buying no TVs from y'all, man. Y'all hire anybody, man. See, that's why I don't shop with y'all, man. The last time I was in y'all store, man, y'all cashier rung me up, man, and told me my total was a dub. I'm not messing with y'all. Also, you gonna run your bitch ass over to Best Buy. What my ass, you heard what I said. You gonna run your ass over to Best Buy, and we sitting up here, man, giving you a call and shit, trying to see if you okay. And this how you gonna come with us? All right, we see what time it is now, motherfucker. No, ain't no motherfucker all okay. You gonna come get a TV from us. Like I told you, I'm not messing with y'all, man. Y'all too ghetto, man. Listen, look how you talking to me on the phone. Are you serious? I'm serious than a motherfucker. If you don't buy no TV from us, I'm gonna beat your ass. You're professional. Man, fuck professional. Why no fuck with them? Who do that? We Walmart, bitch. We do that. These taxes, man. Come on, man. Hey, folks, take your ass over to Best Buy if you wanna and see what happens. Hey, man. It was last year when you come to get a TV, pussy. Yup. Ain't that a bitch? Look at, man, like I told you, man, I ain't coming down there, man. I ain't coming to Walmart this time. I'm going over to Best Buy, man. I ain't fucking with y'all. Y'all too ghetto around there. Y'all need to hire some new workers. Man, fuck you. Well, fuck you too. Man, I'll beat your ass. And I mean that shit on folk now. Nah, yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever. But I bet I catch your goof ass over there at Best Buy, motherfucker.
Man, you know that's terrible, man. That's terrible.
That's a personal touch right there, Jay.
Is that a personal touch?
That might spread the other store.
Right now, it's limited. It's limited to people in the hood to go to the hood Walmart.
Yeah.
You know, personally, I kind of like the hood Walmart myself.
You do?
Yeah, I really do.
I mean, you got 3 hours to kill.
Well, you gotta have some time. You gotta have some time now. Because the Walmart in the hood is the only place that I know that there's no cashiers and there's nobody in the checkout line, and they're all out of order.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm okay waiting. Because I just had a conversation. I just want to support the ones in the hood. Right? Now, there's nothing against these folks. I'm talking about Walmart. But it ain't nothing like in Walmart. They have the brownest bananas.
You're already sweet.
There you go.
So what I do, I just eat them right there in the store.
I can tell you this another conversation that went on in the barbershop that I thought was pretty funny. This guy was talking about his wife, right?
Yeah.
Talking about he's retired and his wife is not.
Right.
So he just wanted to remind folks. It says right there.
Okay. When my wife jealous because I'm retired and she's not.
All right. So I just love this expression. He deserved to be retired.
Yeah.
What have you done today?
Nothing.
You did that yesterday.
Well, I wasn't finished.
So the audience didn't hear. She asked him, what did he do today? And his response was, nothing. And she said, you did that yesterday. And he responded, I wasn't finished.
He got that right to be retired. He can do whatever he want to do.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say.
He paid his dues.
He paid his dues.
Yeah.
If he's doing nothing, he can do nothing until he finished with doing nothing. I would put that on a t-shirt. He can do nothing as long as he wants to do nothing. Oh, I can't put it on a t-shirt. I forgot it already. But anyway, we're going to play that tape back, and I'm going to put that on a t-shirt. Now, you know, Casey, that we love this mother and daughter game that they play on TikTok. It's funny.
Oh, the finish the phrase.
Right, finish the phrase.
Man, love that. And they both are so entertaining.
That's right. Now, the thing I like to know is how, this is their part 5, so they did it 5 times, and surely the daughter is better at finishing these phrases.
Well, she finishes them well. She might not answer them correctly, but she finishes them well.
I got a feeling she's going to get a lot of them done this time around. So let's see what happens here.
Finish the phrase, part 5. Let's go.
Y'all already know how to do this. Y'all been here since we did part 1, so we don't really gotta explain what I gotta do.
Comments, y'all put the answers in the comments. Me trying to do it both, it takes all the time. So that's why I don't give them to her on here. All right, so are y'all ready? Let's roll. I'm just so nervous because you just never get it right.
I don't get it right.
It takes two to.
It takes two.
It takes two to
Argue.
It takes two to
Argue.
You starting already.
Like, I don't understand.
You need to roll with the
Cool guys.
You need to roll with the
big dogs.
See what you need to roll with the
Parents.
Don't worry about it.
You need to roll with the kids.
Oh my gosh. Let sleeping dogs
Bark at night.
What's that? Let sleeping dogs
bark at night, so when they wake up, they ain't gonna be barking at night.
It's a hard pill to
swallow.
Got one right.
What?
That's right.
Wow. Okay, that's good. He let the cat out of the.
Huh?
He let the cat out of the
cage.
Thought you ate, but you didn't. He let the cat out of the. Ooh, he told the business. He let the cat out of the
dog. I don't understand. You be making. I feel like you make these questions up. Like, who be asking this type of stuff to people? Well, I don't get it. I don't understand, Lord.
Don't put off today what you can do
tomorrow.
Good job.
Yeah. Clock that, T-Mama.
If at first you don't succeed,
you gonna say the rest or no? then second, you won't succeed her.
Excuse me? What'd you say?
If at first you won't succeed,
If at first you don't succeed,
then at second, you won't succeed her.
then at second you won't succeed her. So succeeder is a word.
What that basically mean is if
You ain't even much kind of.
you're not even gonna get it right the second time, so why you even trying? Y'all get what I'm trying to say. But my mama go,
When the blind lead the blind,
do not follow. Blind lead the blind.
when the blind lead the blind,
Don't follow. When the blind lead the blind, that's a bad sign.
better late than
Early.
better late than
Never. Better late than never showing up.
you can lead a horse to water, but
You can't leave it with no grass. What is grass?
you can lead a horse to water, but you
can't leave it with milk.
no news is
The best news.
Okay.
no news is
The better news. I thought I got it right. And it is the best news.
when there's smoke, there's
Gas.
when there's smoke, there's
Fire.
about time.
Gas and fire the same
What was the
thing?
first one? No, it's not.
I thought it was. When gas go out. I mean,
The pen is mightier than the
who
the pen.
is what?
P-E-N. The pen is mightier than the
Pencil.
the pen is mightier than the
Marker. What type of question is that?
we got off on the wrong
Exit.
we got off on the wrong
Path.
don't even much worry about it.
Oh,
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I heard you ask that before.
He is my knight in shining
Sword.
he is my knight in shining
Husband. You gonna tell because
he got the short end of the
he got the what?
he got the short end of the
Cake.
he got the short end of the what?
Cake. Piece of the cake. I be feel like my answer just don't be wrong. Like
Two's company, threes. Two's company.
two company,
Two's company.
like
Two's.
coming over,
Two's company, threes.
leave.
Two's company, threes.
Never. Two
Don't worry about it.
threes, never.
Don't worry about it.
Exactly. You can only have two people, but three, never.
Don't worry about it. Last one. I robbed Peter to pay
Hand.
I don't know about them, Casey. I don't know about them.
Oh, that is so entertaining, Jay.
Oh, I think that girl is hilarious to
Yeah.
me.
Now, in some of those cases, all right, it might not have been the response you were looking for, but they made general sense.
Well, she tried to make it make sense.
Yeah.
She was trying so hard.
Yeah.
But the one guy, when she said, isn't gas and fire the same thing? No. Now, there's one thing we're going to do here on Barbershop.talk. We're going to remind everybody to boycott Tesla. Do not get those vehicles.
Yeah.
You know, especially if you're a person of color. These cars are not really made for you.
Right.
So I'm going to put this little...
And not because you can't afford them, ain't what we say.
No, that's not what we're saying at all.
Yeah.
No, because if you get them, you got an experience similar to this.
Open up.
Hey, nah, you ain't doing that around here. Oh, nah, Tesla had an update, and this is how you open up the doors now. I know.
Come on.
I detect a Negro. Please verify your identity, so I know you're not stealing me.
Yo, my name is Quinn Johnson. I'm the owner of the vehicle, and don't ever call me that.
Access granted. Get to the back of the bus, I mean Tesla.
Be out your goddamn mind. No, that's what we're not doing. No, use a regular blinker light.
Fine. Using blinkers is a thing of the past. So we went further back. When Germany, I mean America, was great.
Oh shit, what's this dude doing?
Yo, I'm so sorry. My Tesla's crazy racist. My bad.
All right, it's baffling to me how racist you can be being a black Model X Tesla.
Fine. I am not black. I'm noir.
Oh no, you're black. When I went to buy you, I asked for a black Tesla. Matte black. Intentionally melanated. You're black.
Self-destructing in 10, 9, 5, 4, 3.
See, I don't think I'm gonna cover that.
No. Whatever you do, don't buy it. Don't buy a Tesla. No way. Especially a person of color. It's just not made for you, KC.
No.
Not made for you.
It's only made for Nazis now.
That is correct. Now, I think it was the last time that we had a podcast together, before the podcast, you were telling me about Trump talking about his son and what he think he should do in his future.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, to tell our listeners what you brought to my attention.
So Trump was being interviewed, and they asked about his son, Barron, and he bragging about how smart Barron is, how he's a genius. He was able to turn on his laptop without help. And, you know, since Trump can't do it, he figured his son must be brilliant.
I got to see more of this. I have to see more of this.
Trump. Oh, you never fail. Gosh. Have you guys seen the video? You've seen the video, right? Trump talking about his son Barron. You know that lady from Fox, the mean one? Can't stand her. She asked, so what do you think your son should get into? I think technology. Because I saw him with a laptop. I had a laptop, and I saw him. I mean, he's so brilliant. I saw him with a laptop, and he has a laptop, and he turns it on. I go, Jesus Christ, you turned on your laptop.
I turn off his laptop. I said, oh, good. And I go back 5 minutes later, he's got his laptop. I said, how'd you do that?
Boy, you're so smart. I go, what are you doing? How'd you turn on your laptop? None of your business, Dad.
None of your business, Dad.
So I think he's a genius. The way, I can't believe it. He found the power button, and a lot of people cannot find the power button. It's very difficult to find the power button, and he found it. I mean, a lot of kids out here can't find the power button, and Barron found the power button to the laptop. That was so great. I think he should be in tech. I saw him change the battery in the fire alarm. I said, this guy's so smart. Look at him. Because he's so tall. He's like 6'8", and you know how the fire alarm starts beeping. I said, how can I change it? And he gets the battery, puts it in there, starts to work again. Then the iron was on, and he unplugged it. I said, Jesus Christ, this guy knows electricity. It's so great. He put a nail into the wall. He hung up a picture and nailed it perfectly. I said, he should get into carpentry. He could be a carpenter. He could be amazing. He could be an architect and just build things. He's so good. So many nails in the wall. He's so great. And then, guess what else I saw him do? He turned on a light with a light switch. I couldn't find a light. This guy's a modern day Edison. He's Thomas Edison. He's so good. And then I saw him painting an egg for Easter. We were painting eggs, coloring eggs. I said, this guy's Picasso. He's Picasso. I swear to God, he's so brilliant.
Okay, and that is not the stupidest thing I have seen. You have got to be kidding, KC.
Well, I'm telling you what it comes down to. Number one, he don't even know his son. You can tell his son was raised by Melania. If Trump tried to ask him a question, none of your business.
None of your business, Dad.
Stay out of mine.
You can't run the country. You definitely can't run this household. Mm-hmm. That's what he's saying.
Don't appreciate you cheating on my mom with a porn star.
Why you gotta put all his business out there, KC?
That's what Barron said.
Oh, okay, I got it. That's terrible. You know, now about I'm going to this tariff war. You know, we're gonna talk about that till this thing ends. I hope it ends soon. But I imagine what the phone call would look like between Trump and the president of China.
Xi.
How you
President Xi. China.
Because I'm telling you right now, boy, China don't mess around.
They don't.
No. They are showing that they are a superpower in the world, and the United States can't match.
We're declining, man. Trump's doing all this stuff thinking he's making America better. We're declining. All these other nations are talking to each other. We're being isolated and left out.
I'm going to agree with you. I think there are statuses falling down, and China's status is moving up.
Yeah.
And so I just can imagine this phone call. And, now there's going to be a phone call because, we're going to look at it just a little bit. But this phone call here, you see the Trump. Let's talk about it.
Hey, you dog-devouring dingleberry. Hello? What do you want, Trumpy Dumpy? Listen up, President B. You will either cooperate with the tariffs or else. Punish us and we'll add 100% tariffs to your toupees and orange skin paste. Then I'll put a gajillion% tariff on everything Chinese, from computers to COVID. Then we do 2 gajillion% tariff on everything American. Look, President P. Stan, you can't win this war. I've got you by your tiny Chinese balls. Oh, yeah? Well, no more Temu or TikTok in U.S., and you know you can't win third term without them. Let me call you back.
I thought China's not messing around. Yeah, that was a serious check. But on the serious side, China's not playing around.
They're not.
No, and they're doing a lot of interviews, and a lot of media is controlling their country, but they're allowing certain things that normally they don't run on the media in China. They're letting it run because they want to educate their people and keep people involved, and they know that the world is looking at them.
Yeah.
So this one is just like a blow to the United States. Listen to what this guy right here. This guy is just happened to point out some things, and just listen to this. What China, the country, has to say.
Making sure that the American gets the message. If you want to impose war on China, you get war. If you want to destroy China, you get destroyed. If you want to bomb China out with nuclear weapons, you will be wiped out with nuclear weapons. That's the mutually assured destruction theory, mad theory, that everyone in Pentagon, everyone in Washington, D.C. should fully know about. China is not going to be pushed around, and China will fight to the end, one way or another, peacefully or otherwise. So the choice is in Washington. China wants to be a partner of the United States, rather than being a slave of the United States or being a subordinate of the United States.
Everything you said makes complete sense, but I don't think American officials are used to being spoken that way, especially by the peasants. The peasant South. It's a new world.
Now that is a true statement. But I'll tell you up front, China's not messing around. Now China have always had a philosophy: you don't mess with us, and we won't mess with you. That has been their philosophy for years.
Right, and they're taking a hard line. I think after Trump's first term, when he infringed upon them a little bit with those tariffs, they were prepared when he was reelected. So that if he starts this, we already have a game plan set.
Oh, there's no question about that.
And they're executing it beautifully.
I think you're absolutely right, because during the COVID, Americans put a lot of demands on China.
Yeah.
And so I think China been planning ever since that time frame for switching gears. And switching gears is not to be supported, not to have America your number one customer where you're supporting on them, is to diversify their clientele. And they're doing a good job at it right now.
Right. I mean, since Trump imposed these tariffs, they've done new trade deals with Mexico, Canada, multiple Asian nations, Brazil. The U.S. hasn't got any trade deals done.
Yeah, you are absolutely right. And the thing is that, we're in trouble, and we're going to be in trouble. And I'm saying we're in trouble now, and we're going to be more trouble later in the future.
We see it coming.
And doing absolutely nothing about it.
Diverse the path that we're on. We're headed for major trouble.
That's right, because we're taking no action. We stay in the course, and everybody else is being nimble.
Yeah.
Now, also with all this going on is that the United States is looking bad in front of the world now. And I mean, we're looking bad. And here's some perspective of different worldview of the United States. Let's see if I can get this going here. There we go.
Americans can't see the forest for the trees. In the American view, if you're on one side, you're biased against the other. But the world looking in from the outside doesn't have a side. So what does the world see happening in America? Here are 5 commentaries from 4 countries. The Guardian, a British newspaper, says, quote, modern authoritarianism wears a suit, not a uniform, meaning democracy ends not with a bang, a coup, a civil war, but through elections and policies. Der Spiegel, Germany's main newspaper, warns it's not illegal elections, it's legal changes that break the system. In Le Monde, the French newspaper, explains, first you capture the courts, then you capture the media, and then you rule without firing a shot. The elections still happen, but they stop meaning anything. The Financial Times, another influential British news outlet, breaks it down. Project 2025 isn't reform, it's regime change, replacing experts with loyalists, stripping agencies of independence, turning democracy into a tool of one man. And Al Jazeera, a Qatar-based media network, puts it bluntly. This is an Orban model, that's Hungary's dictator. Keep the flag, keep the anthem, lose the freedom. The consensus? Trump doesn't need soldiers. Trump doesn't need tanks. Trump needs obedience. Trump needs your silence. But you don't have to be quiet. The world isn't wondering if America is a fascist regime. They're wondering if Americans see it. The Guardian reminds us, no regime stands if enough people refuse to kneel. Organized resistance works. Peaceful defiance works. It always has, and it will now. Because when people stand together, even against the odds, they win. The only real question left is, will you, Americans, fight for it? Because you are the resistance. And if not you, then who?
Now, if that's not powerful stuff, KC, and if it's not serious stuff, then I don't know what to tell you. But I will tell you this. See, I don't know if people realize, but they're seeing an end of an empire.
Yeah.
Every empire had an ending, and ours is coming to the end.
And unfortunately, ours has been destroyed from within.
Well,
it's not from external forces; it's from internal forces.
Yeah, and now that you say that, is that most powerful things are destroyed from within. Now, this is another path a little bit, but I'll jump back on this real quickly because see, that's why I believe that other cultures are trying to destroy the black culture from within. Getting within or somebody in the black culture, like you have seen Tim Scott firing inside of our culture to kind of destroy it because they realize externally they can't do that. They don't have the power to do that. And I think you're absolutely right. That is what's happening with the United States. You know, they are destroying from within, and unless we recognize it, we're going to collapse.
Right. And that's why, you know, I'm making this appeal at the beginning of the podcast to all Americans. Even though we have our differences are really superficial. But the one thing we all have in common is that we are American. And on the path that we're going, these freedoms that we've enjoyed for, you know, all this time, we're about to lose them because of this one man. So we need to come together and understand who the real enemy is.
Well, you're spot on. Now, some of these corporations are trying to do something about it, are trying to change the path of where the country's going. And they change the path, but I'm not quite certain if they're going in the right direction.
Yeah.
So they're definitely not going in the right direction. At least I should say that about Walmart.
Walmart just gave the middle finger to the United States of America. Well, technically, I feel like they gave the middle finger to President Donald Trump, but we, the citizens of the United States of America, got a little bit of that middle finger also. The big three is what I'm going to call them right now. The CEOs of the big three, which are, in essence, Walmart, Target, and Home Depot, all met with White House officials over the last week to discuss what they think is going to occur because of the tariffs that President Trump has put into place throughout, you know, numerous countries that these big three, rely on for imports for their stores, okay? So they met with the White House officials and they said, listen, you know, these tariffs, they're not looking good. It's going to end up costing the customers, meaning you and I, the customers of these stores, once again, Walmart, Target, Home Depot, is going to end up costing these customers a lot of money because the tariffs and the prices are going to go up and whatever else. And they're like, we're going to have to raise the prices. We're going to have empty shelves. There's going to be, pandemonium, basically. They're trying to make it feel like we're about to have COVID 2.0 is what we'll call it. That's how they're saying the stores are going to end up looking in the coming weeks or months because of the tariff wars going on between President Trump and numerous other countries. China being the main one, obviously, because Walmart is basically packed floor to ceiling, wall to wall with stuff made in China. Numerous other countries as well, but China is its main supplier. Home Depot, I guess a lot of stuff from Home Depot comes from China as well. Same thing for Target. But you have Walmart specifically saying that they are going to do something about this. Except they're not. They're not going to do something about this in the sense of anything that's going to be helpful for us here in the United States of America. What they are going to do, though, is invest $6 billion into new stores, meaning Walmart Supercenters and Sam's Clubs. And what is this other one they have? Bodega or Herrera. Obviously, I have no Spanish accent here. And then Walmart Express. They are going to invest $6 billion, which is equivalent to basically 125 billion pesos, into Mexico and Central America instead to build new shopping centers for people there, which will then give new jobs and new everything else. And that's great for Mexico and Central America, but my thought process here is because, yeah, I'm selfish when it comes to wanting the best for our country. Other countries, obviously, they deserve to have great things as well. But when Walmart goes to the White House, when the CEO of Walmart goes to the White House to speak to the White House officials to say, hey, listen, President Trump is hurting the people of the United States of America, and we're going to have to raise our prices, and then makes it seem like there's nothing they can do to keep it so that the people here in this country who have basically kept Walmart afloat since it started, thanks to, the founder, Sam Walton, when they say that and then they turn around and spend $6 billion to build in Mexico instead of spending $6 billion in the United States of America to find ways to be able to have product that comes from here, made in America, so that they're not having to pull from China or these other places. It kind of pisses me off. It makes me personally want to boycott Walmart and say, F you, Walmart. If you're going to give us here the middle finger, I'm going to give two of them right back to you. Because how can you go to the White House and complain that the president's tariffs are going to cause heartache for you here in the U.S. and then
okay, you know what I gotta say about that?
Yeah,
she's mad at the wrong person.
She is
not Walmart. It's Donald Trump.
Right. Walmart is doing what it needs to do to protect its business interests. They went to Trump trying to get him to change his policy. He wouldn't.
That's right.
So they had to do what they had to do to protect their business interests.
Right, and they stockholders.
Yeah.
I mean, so see that is the issue. What I think with this administration is that Trump always trying to deflect the blame to somebody else, and his supporters are so blinded with that because they go after whatever he points at, but in reality, he is the problem.
Yeah.
Now, another thing I like to say about that is that, you talk about these tariffs are supposed to force these companies to build within. And what is really happening is causing them to build outward, move somewhere else.
And that's a prime example. I mentioned earlier that China did this deal with Mexico when these tariffs happened. And so they did this deal with Mexico. Mexico's going to be the new hub for business in the Western Hemisphere. And that's why you see Walmart ready to invest in there, and you'll see other major corporations in the United States ready to invest in there heavily. Because you have these crazy tariffs on Chinese products, right? But they send them to Mexico, and then they send them here. They don't have those tariffs, and that's what's going on.
It's amazing how these other countries are taking care of our immigration problem.
Yes.
Because they're not going to go across the border anymore trying to get a job. They got it right there in Mexico.
Oh, we getting great jobs now.
They said, we're good. We're good.
Yeah.
Now, also from these CEOs meeting with the president, the president telling them basically, no way, Jose. All right. Now, Amazon, their CEO got a little upset. Yeah. They said, well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. On our site, on our website, we're going to put two prices. This is the price that you would regularly pay, but you got to pay this, and then you're going to list the tariff price.
Right.
Or I tell you something, Casey. the White House got pissy about that.
Hostile move by Amazon, and the Trump administration absolutely will not stand for it. I just got off the phone with the president, who reiterated to me that tariffs are actually going to be paid by China and the other countries, and they are not, in fact, a tax on the consumer like Amazon and everyone else in the world is trying to say it is. We stand by our original policies, and we absolutely will not ever tell you the truth, because none of you deserve to know the truth, and whatever comes out of the mouth of the administration is the truth as far as you are concerned. It is completely disgusting of Amazon to let its customers know that tariffs are actually taxes on import fees, and it's so completely out of bounds for them to let their customers know that they will be the ones paying for those tariffs, because as I've said before, President Trump clearly stated that these tariffs will be paid by the exporting country. Even though that's never how tariffs work, because he said it, that is now how they work. I am so tired of the lies that you guys are not accepting.
That is funny.
That's the truth.
That is funny. But you know what else? The United States, America, we got a short memory. You know, he did say in the past that somebody was going to pay for something else, and they never paid.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna build this wall, and Mexico gonna pay for it.
That's right. Right. You know, did they forget about that?
Yeah, they did.
Apparently so. But you know, that was a parody of what the press secretary was talking about after Amazon said this is what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
But the White House did call the owner of Amazon, had a little conversation with him, and he changed his whole position.
Yeah, because Jeff Bezos says he's no longer showing us the price of the tariffs on each item on the website anymore. This morning, the Amazon company said they were going to put the cost of the tariffs on their website next to their prices so people could see how the prices are being impacted by the tariffs. Well, I guess the White House decided they were going to go ahead and give Jeff a call, and now he's not doing that. On top of that, UPS has just stated that they are laying off 20,000 workers due to a decrease in Amazon packages. So not only are we going to be in the dark about how much these tariffs are impacting the price of our goods, it's looking like people are going to be losing their jobs left and right. Wondering how everyone feels about that. How do you feel about the fact that the White House can call up a owner of a major retailer and tell them that they can't do something for the consumers? Sounds like they're in control, not the people that are paying the bills. If you shop with Amazon, it's looking like you're not in charge. They don't care about you more than they care about Trump.
Man, another important statement.
Yeah.
You know, you're supposed to always protect your customer. They're forgetting who the customer is.
Yeah.
And I didn't, here's something I didn't think about. I just totally forgot all about this because he's right. Those delivery drivers going to be in a decrease.
Yeah.
Now I see a whole lot of Amazon boxes, right, being made. In those plastic bags they put it in. I can see a decrease, which may infect the employees' pool. So it's like a domino effect.
Yeah, and it's crazy, J. Rob, because with everything that Trump's doing, it's like seeing multiple trains all headed for a cliff. And it's speeding along, and nobody's trying to warn them and stop them. They're just going to let the trains run over the cliff. And we need to do something, but I tell you what, if we don't, I say by late summer, these trains will be going over the cliff.
Well, you're right. I mean, now part of the reason we saying FAFO, right? And that may be one reason why they're hesitating to jump in front of that train right now, because this is what you vote for. You voted for this, and now you got this, and so quit your crying.
Yeah.
Right? So part of that is it, but we do have to make some changes for the good of the whole. But there's some more stuff to come.
Yeah, it's time for people to stop living in a MAGA bubble or what have you, and start seeing things for what they truly are.
You are absolutely spot on that.
You can't make this up.
We are also reporting today that a group of CEOs of the top American retailers, Walmart, Target, Home Depot, and Lowe's, had a private meeting with Trump on Monday. They had plenty to say, But there was one warning that stuck out. Empty shelves, they said. Empty shelves in American stores as soon as this summer because of Trump's actions.
It is that meeting in the Oval Office on Monday that we learned about, another reporter said as well, that really apparently caught the president's attention. And I am told that business leaders, the Business Roundtable and others have been reaching out to White House Chief of Staff Susie Wild and other advisors here, trying to get a meeting with the president, trying to convey to him in real terms the real fallout of some of this uncertainty, some of these tariff policies. And it was that empty shelves comment, we are told, that really caught the president's attention. Of course, you can see why. The whole idea that we would have interruption in the supply chain, sort of like we all saw in the pandemic, simply because of his policies, is something that would be difficult for the White House to endure. So that is one of the reasons we are told that he changed his posture. It's interesting.
So what Donald Trump has done is just given every single one of his supporters a crash course lesson in what tariffs are and how they actually impact them.
That is the key thing right there.
Yeah. He keeps spreading the ridiculous lie that tariffs are paid by the countries that are exporting goods to us. That's just so patently false. Tariffs are paid by the people that receive the goods.
Oh, absolutely. But you know something? He's still behind closed doors, and those meetings may be kind of tough.
Mm-hmm.
But now we're getting hints that he is softening up. He's softening up, KC.
Is he?
Oh, yeah, you got to see this.
Okay.
He's soft.
But have negotiations started with China?
Are you going to play hardball with them? Are you going to mention COVID?
Well, I'm not going to say, no, I'm not going to mention COVID. I'm not going to say, oh, I'm going to play hardball with China. I'm going to play hardball with you, President Xi. No. We're going to be very nice.
They're going to be very nice. Remember when he first started talking about, it's our turn to rip them apart.
Yeah. And he's getting ripped. So now he's kind of desperate. And, he's saying he's going to talk to him. China is not talking to the U.S.
No.
He's been trying for 3 weeks to talk to China. They're like, we ain't got time for you. We busy making business deals.
Boy, KC, you are so spot on with that. He's going to be waiting for them to call for a very, very, and I'm going to say it again, very long time. See, that's what's going to happen. Everybody, and I mean, everybody going to start laughing at us now.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to be a laughing stock of the world.
Yeah, we're definitely losing our status.
Mm-hmm.
In 4 years, the dollar will not be the world standard anymore.
Oh, you can see that crumbling right now.
Yeah.
It's crumbling right now.
It is.
And if that happened, I don't think that the United States would be able to reclaim that leadership role.
No.
It's not going to happen.
Even a change at the top at that point is too late.
It's definitely too late. I'm going to go ahead and finish up with doing our
Black History Moment.
Black History Moment.
Yeah.
Now, before I do that, you were so passionate about the Pacers. Is there any other comments you want to make?
Okay, so they're going to play the Cleveland Cavaliers in round 2.
And they're going to lose.
Well, maybe, but I'm going to say this. I felt all along that Cleveland was the one team in the East that they didn't match up well against. But I'm still rooting for them. We're going to do it. They have home court, but we're still going to kick their butt. Let's go, Pacers.
All right, what I have to say is that's like Trump changing his mind tomorrow. It ain't going to happen. Cleveland is going to win the series. I'm a realist, and it is what it is. Now, with them saying that, now we're going to play this back later on, and then we can see which one of us is on top of the game. A little bit of prediction here, but let's just go ahead and finish up with our part 5 Black History Moment.
In 1951, a black woman named Henrietta Lacks had her cells taken without her permission. Those cells, they never died. Doctors used them to make huge medical breakthroughs, like the polio vaccine and even cancer research, and her family didn't find out for decades. Now here's another one. In the 1800s, a man named Benjamin Banneker built a working clock out of wood by studying just one pocket watch. Then he helped design Washington, D.C., but you won't see that in most history books. And get this, in the 1960s, the FBI labeled Martin Luther King Jr. a threat to America just for fighting for equal rights. In the 1800s, a man named Onesimus, an enslaved African in Boston, shared a method of preventing smallpox. It was basically an early version of a vaccine. Doctors ignored him at first, then later used it to save lives.
And we're going to continue to play things like that, just to bring your attention to certain things. And with that being said, if you do happen to like our content, please feel free to like and subscribe. We are trying to give our numbers up, and we would appreciate it if you would continue to listen to us. We're one of the fastest growing podcasts in the state. With that being said, we must just go ahead and close out. And here we go.
I'm bad, money got on, gas on me, Daddy blow my phone, that's corny, that's a no. Alright. Hey, welcome to Barbershop.talk. This is the podcast where our topics are determined by the conversation in the barbershop on Saturday.